What's the plan for today, you might ask? Well, nothing major, just the FA Trophy final in a season where we've already won promotion by winning National League North. Like I said, nothing major. Hi there, how you doing? Welcome to the FM24 save here with the My Career series. Thank you for joining me in today's video. My name is Stu and you are here in episode 7 of Club 1 of Spennymoor Town. And in this video, not only are we basking in the glory that is the best finish in this club's history, which is the top of National League North, getting ourselves into the National League next season. Oh no, we've also got a trophy on our hands. We have got the FA Challenge Trophy Final, or the FA Trophy for those of you who prefer to call it that. That's certainly what I know it as. But we have it against Scarborough Athletic, a team who are in our league and who we haven't lost against this season. So that, you would assume, would bode quite well. And if you're excited to see whether we can win that trophy today, then don't forget to leave a big like on the video for me. And don't forget to subscribe as well. It's completely free to do so. And you'll be able to keep up to date with all of the nonsense that regularly comes out of this face. So, we'll quickly wrap up how the season ended in the last few games. Nothing much happened, to be honest with you. Now, we did have a 2-week gap. I did play a couple of friendlies just to make sure we didn't get completely out of sorts. But from the Solihull Moors game, beat Scunthorpe, absolutely battered them. Battered Warrington, and then drew against Alfreton on the final day of the season away from home. So, mixed fortunes. We then did play 2 friendlies just to get a bit of just keep the match sharpness going more than anything. And then we do get to the final today against Scarborough Athletic. Now, Scarborough, let's quick look at their schedule, just see how they've ended the season. Up until the last game, they've had quite a good run, actually. But it's been very much win or lose. And they've only lost a couple, but that's more than we've lost. But they did lose against Buxton on the final day. So hopefully they might have a little bit of a hangover from that. One can hope. Now, one little bit of transfer news that I do need to bring you is that we're trying to bring this guy in. We are signing Alex Ferguson. Not that one, obviously. 21 years old, from St Johnstone. I don't know whether we'll go ahead with it. He'd be on £3,000 a week, which would be most of our, well, be about half our wage budget. And he would be, without question, the most valuable, well, he would officially be the most valuable player in the squad. However, the reason why I'm looking at it is, he is like a 4.5 star level player. Like, he would be the best player in the squad comfortably. He's a good League 2 player who could be a League 1 player. We would be investing in him to take us into the future. It would be a calculated risk. However, consider this. We sign him. Fletcher could play as a defensive midfielder at a 3-star level. So there is a way around it. And then we do still have players to leave to kind of bulk that wage budget up a bit more for actual signings. And he'd be free. That's the other thing. He'd be absolutely free. No compensation. It feels like a no-brainer to me. It really does. So, but if he agrees to the contract, I will see whether I do go with it. But at the moment, that's the player we're looking at. The transfer window has now opened for us again, so we can start making those deals. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. Scarborough Athletic, Wembley, FA Trophy Final. Let's do it. It's going to be Mitchell in goal, Ledger, Yarney, Beals and McGinley in defence. Ross and Tolson in the midfield with Lennon, Fletcher and Richards supporting Taylor up front. Ross is injured. He's had an injection. I'm only ever going to do that for a cup final, but he has had it. We have got Dolan on the bench just in case. Ramshaw's on there, so we could move Fletcher back if we wanted to as well. Almost everyone has got good match sharpness. Every single player has got light workload. We are as fit and as fresh as we can possibly be, save for Ross. So let's go and see whether we can do the final. I've just realised I haven't turned the fancy light on over here. Let me turn the fancy light on. There we go. That's a little bit better. Let's do it. Let's get into the game. And let's see if we can bring another trophy home. I do also need to do one other thing, which is I need to pop a tie on because it is a cup final and I'm not a hooligan. So we are going to be wearing a tie and we are going to be representing the tie. Let's just get through pre-match. Go out there and win a trophy, boys. That's my pre-match talk. Go out there and win a trophy. I've got all these fancy knitted ties here that I'm going to be wearing today. We'll go with that for the cup final. Marvellous. Right, no pressure, boys, but it's up. Look at how many people are not at Wembley. That's... oh, dear. Oh, dear. I don't know what the attendances typically are for the FA Trophy Final. That is quite woeful. I've got to change this to match stats, because I want to see what the attendance is, just for funsies. Right, big ball forward. Beals heads it down. Fletcher Now, gets it back to Yarni. Looking to get the ball moving forward here. Taylor was ready for that long ball over, but it didn't reach him. And now Scarborough have a chance. They do give the ball away again, though. Taylor out to Lennon. Lennon, who's been a superstar this season. The game does jutter there a little bit under the weight of the awesomeness that is Charlie Lennon. Right, let's change it every single time I try and change that. It just doesn't work. Right, highlights again. We have possession again in the 8th minute. McGinley, in what will it is going to be his final game for the club. Helps the ball get forward. It's Richards now. Richards hits the post early on. Lennon manages to get the rebound, but it tries to cross it in. Wins a corner for us. Right, we do have a corner. It is going to be McGinley's final game for us. It could be Mitchell's final game. There's a few players in there that this could be their final games for us, and we never see them again playing for us. Right, Ross now, again with that injury, gets it to Ledger, and the highlight ends. But we do get a highlight almost immediately after. Ledger now to Fletcher. Fletcher back to Ledger. Big ball up, looking for the header. Richards, he finds it, but Whitley's there. The goalkeeper alert to it. Really nice move, though. Really good cross. Just not enough of a good shot to fool the goalkeeper. Right, lovely passing from us, but it's poor from Yarni, and Bennett has a chance. He's going on through against the keeper, but he puts it wide. Yarni needs to focus and needs to calm himself down. We can't have any more of that. Right, we have possession again. Ledger now, running out wide. This has been all action so far, and the majority of it's been all us. Right, into Ross. Ross tackled, gives the ball away, wins it back there, gets it to Lennon. Lennon to Tolson. Tolson to Richards. Oh, it's a lovely worked goal. Lovely worked goal. You didn't know who it was who was going to have the shot. There was a couple of candidates there for bangers, but they just kept passing until they got the final ball in. And it's one of the signing... Well, I don't know who will be the signing of the season, but he was one of the first ones we brought in, Richards. And I think he deserves to be winning a chance of it. It gets a horrid deflection as well. Richards aided by that, but it will be his goal. But it's a very, very well-worked goal. All three new players, by the way. Lennon, Tolson and Richards. We will be losing Lennon and Tolson this season unless we can try and get Lennon back for next season. But it's nice to see them combining in one of the final ways that they will. And we do lead this final 1-0. But there is a free kick to Scarborough. It's whipped in. Headed over. Headed over. Right, can we have enough of a break here for me to get to match stats? Thank you. Attendance of 19,356. That's not a bad attendance considering what we're used to. But for Wembley, that's bloody atrocious. It really is. That is pathetic. But it's fine. Do you know what? I'll take it. That's, again, a bigger attendance than what we're normally used to. Right, Taylor has a free kick here. We know that he can bang these in when he wants to. He's going to do that. He's going to try and cross it. Only he can answer. He's gone for it. What a hit that was, by the way. What an absolute strike. But it does go over, and it is going to remain just the 1-0. And it's probably going to remain that at half-time, and it does. 1-0 at half-time. I'm going to say that one. That feels like the one to do. Right. Have a word with a couple of these boys. Charlie Lennon not had the best of games. I actually think he's played better than that. Callum Ross as well. Looks okay. Yarni's been okay. Beals hasn't been. We can't play the new guy because he's cup tied. I think I mentioned that in the last episode. That he wasn't able to play in the semi-final. Same with the final, obviously. Right, and then the final guys. We won't have a word with the guys who are already on green. We won't mess with them. But these guys will just say weren't that bad. But let's step it up a gear. Right, come on, lads. Demand more. Let's get a second goal. Let's settle the game down a little bit more. And have our march on the way to lifting another trophy for this season. 2 trophies in the first season will be delightful. Really will help us as well. I don't know whether that will help our reputation as a manager. I imagine it would. I have completed my coaching course, by the way. I've now got Continental Licence C. So we're on our way to having enough badges for when we need to... Well, not when we need to leave, but if we decide to leave. I mean, I don't foresee this being a safe way we stay at this club forever. I don't know how long we'll stay here. We could stay here for 4 or 5 seasons if we really, really wanted to. I don't see any reason why not to. I know that last year when I did this save, I think we did 2... It was almost 2 seasons at every club until we got to... I'm trying to think. Tranmere. Well, Tranmere was the second club, so okay. It was 2 or 3 years every club. Either way, that was kind of the average. And Charlie Lennon might be signing off with a goal here. He has made it 2. We have got a second goal. And we may be lifting the FA Trophy. Not quite as glamorous as the FA Cup, but I will take it nonetheless. the less. Taylor does really good work here. Gets it into Lennon, who makes a good run. And we've seen that goal. Lennon just running into that side of the box and just tucking it in so many times this season. If we can find a way to bring him back, it would be fantastic. Well, we'll bring Matt Dolan on. Again, say it with me, for what might be his final appearance. And then I am going to tuck McGinley into the middle. We'll take Bills off, who's not had a good game. We'll bring Reece Staunton on. And then we'll save that final substitution for a little bit later, in like 20 seconds for us, but in the game for like 10 minutes. Right. 2-0. I feel a little bit more comfortable, but this is the danger score. We know how it can work. We just need to defend now, and then we need to hopefully maybe get another opportunity at a goal just to finish things off. I am going to bring on Ben El Mahani. I'm going to take Carlos Richards off, I think. Yes, we will do that. Just a little bit of rotation. Another fresh runner going forward. These guys were more defensive options. This is a more offensive option, just to give them something to think about. For the final few minutes, we're actually going to focus our play exclusively down the left to try and get more out of him. And I feel like that will just tire them out a little bit as well. Let's just keep putting the ball down the left so Ben El Mahani can run their left back absolutely ragged. That's the plan. Their right back, I should say. But we don't need to worry about it, because that is that. And with that, we have got ourselves our first knockout football trophy of the save. The FA trophy is ours in our first season. We've done very, very well indeed. The real test is going to be next season. Of course, we'll have the chance to defend this trophy. We will still be in it, and we will have the chance, obviously, to try and push towards Football League. But for now, let's just worry about this season and what a success we've had. And there is the trophy lift. Spennymoor 2, Scarborough Athletic 0. Bang on. Bang on, exactly what we wanted to see in an ideal world at the end of this season. Lovely stuff. Confetti's falling from absolutely nowhere, unless they've got the roof closed at Wembley and maybe it's set up to there. I don't really know the logistics of confetti dropping, but let's imagine that's what they've done. I've got no idea, of course. I've got no idea whatsoever. Nope, stadium roof is open. No idea where the confetti's coming from. And that is a horrifically empty stadium. Other than over here, that little corner over there looked rammed. Who were all of they? Who were they support? Were they Scarborough fans? Is everyone else dotted about our fans, and Scarborough's just got that one little corner? I mean, oh dear, Wembley, 20,000 people. Goodness me, what a victory that is. Hello, broadcast interview. I don't do these. Excuse me. Well, we're going to be giving Ian Clark the responsibility of that. We don't do those. I've never done those. We've not had a single one, obviously, up until this point. Well, there we go. Right, 2-0. That is perfect. We celebrate a double. I mean, we do. It is technically accurate. I think it's a bit much to call it a double. But we do lift it pretty conclusively with a 2-0 win. Lovely to see. First time we've ever won it. Board is delighted. Callum Ross is injured for a few days. That's fine. The Gibraltar boss is here checking on Carlos Richards. We've paid some money out. We are the biggest overachievers in it as well, which is great to see. I mean, top marks all round for everyone, really. Top marks. Right. That's going to be it for the first season. I think we can call that a success. And we'll do what we normally do in any of our saves. We'll do a review in the next episode, and we'll cover the transfer window up until the opening day of the season. And we'll see what we can do with the squad. But again, it's going to be an interesting one because we have got a bit of money to play with, but we also do have an awful lot of players who we need to consider. In fact, almost the entire squad, save for a handful of players, that we need to consider the futures of. Why is it? There we go. Right. No, I don't want to do that. Right. Where? There. So, all of those players we need to have a look at. Every single one of them. We'll go over this in more detail, but that's a lot of players. At the moment, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players who will definitely be in next season. Maybe an 8th on the way. We need to sort through this lot and work out who we're going to be able to keep, who is worth keeping, and then see what we need to do to add to what we have left. No pressure. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed today's video, then don't forget to leave a big like on there. And for us winning the trophy, it'd be really nice if you hit that subscribe button as well. It'll put a big smile on this face and it'll keep you up to date with all the goings on the channel. I've been Stu, you guys have been awesome, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.